3-104. For the following equation, simplify and solve for the variable. Show all work and check your solution if possible. All right, so let's start out with 1, or A, which is -2 plus x is equal to -x plus 2. All right, so we're looking at our legal moves here down below, and we don't need to combine like terms because it's pretty simplified already. We don't have any parentheses with a negative sign in front of it, so we don't need to flip. Let's see, removing the same value from each side. Well, we don't have the same value on each side. So maybe what we need to do is start thinking about getting x on one side and getting x by itself. So let's figure out what to do there. We've got a negative x on one side and a positive x on the other. And I'd rather have a positive x. So I'm going to add positive x to both sides. And this side has a -2 plus, now I've got two x's, so it's 2x. And that's equal to -x plus positive x is going to be 0. So that's zeroed out. And then all I have left on this side is the 2, which I'm dropping down. All right, so the next thing I need to do is try to get x by itself. So I'd like to zero out that -2. So I'm going to add the same value to each side, which is +2. So here, that zeroes out, and all I have left on this side is 2x. I'll put the equal sign here. And then on this side, I've got a +2 plus a +2, so I've got 4. All right, so the last thing I need to do is remove the coefficient, and because that's multiplying by 2, I'm going to divide both sides. So I'm going to undo the multiplication by dividing both sides by 2. So this 2 over 2 becomes a 1, so all we have left is the x here, and then 4 divided by 2 is 2. All right, so that's A. Let's try doing B, which is up here. Okay, so B, I'll rewrite that, is negative, and then we've got parentheses, x minus 1, and then that's equal to -4x minus 2. All right, so right away I can see here that it probably would be a good idea to use number 2 of my legal moves, which is to flip and flip all the values inside that parentheses. So that's a positive x, and this changes it to the opposite, which is a negative x. And this is a -1, so this will change that to a +1. And then we'll put our equal signs, and we'll just rewrite the right-hand side of the equation. All right, so now I would like to get the x's on one side, and I kind of would like them to be positive. So I'm actually going to add 4x to each side. So plus 4x. So I'm going to zero it out on this side. And on this side, when I add +4x, I add that to the negative x here, and I have 3 positive x's left. And then we'll drop down that 1, plus 1, put the equal signs. This, of course, zeroed out, and so all I have left over here is -2. All right, now I'd like the x's by themselves, and so I would like to get rid of this 1. So if I add a -1 to it and do the same thing on this side, I'll zero out this and only have 3x left on this side. And then over here, I've got a -2 plus a -1, so that's -3. And now I would like to remove the coefficient. It's 3 times x, so we'll undo that multiplication by dividing by 3 and do this on both sides. So that, of course, turns into 3 over 3 is 1. 1 times x is just x. And then negative 3 over 3, this of course is a 1 also, but because of the negative sign, that's a negative 1.